Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take.
As audio of Meek crying for his life was leaked, and Diddy viciously clapped his cheeks. One thing about the internet is that they never forget and always provide receipts, honey. Now, as you recall, Meek was revealed as Diddy's little twink a few weeks ago, but he rejected the charges and even threatened those who spoke about it. Well, it appears that he was talking too much because others began looking for evidence, and ultimately, they discovered some things that Meek cannot refute. Aside from the horrible audio of him being pummeled by Diddy, there's an old song where Meek openly acknowledged to getting dirty with Diddy for a check. Oh, y'all best sit back for this one, because we have a lot to talk about. Okay, as most of you are already aware, Diddy is currently on the run, apparently hiding in the Caribbean islands after the feds flooded his home and ransacked it for evidence to eventually throw him in jail. Both of his sons, Justin and Christian, who were also involved in his corrupt transactions, were handcuffed and shoved into police vans. While all of this was going on, Diddy's ex-bodyguard leaked an audio tape of Meek being pounded by Diddy during one of their freak-out sessions. Thus, the focus soon moved from the raid to Meek Mill. This drew a lot of attention because Meek had already been revealed as Diddy's boy toy a few weeks ago, but he vehemently disputed it and attempted to make it appear as if people were simply attempting to emasculate him. He was constantly bending over for Diddy, like you can't make this up. For those of you who don't know, a music producer named Lil Rod filed an explosive multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Diddy a few weeks ago for essay. He not only incriminated Diddy, but he also mentioned Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian Combs, as well as Young Miami, Usher, and Meek Mill, in this lawsuit. Apparently, Justin and Miami were working together with Diddy to set a group of girls, with Miami in charge of illegally servicing these girls for Diddy. Rodney also accused Diddy of sleeping with several of the industry's males in exchange for giving them unlimited opportunities in Hollywood. And, as you might expect, Meek was at the top of the list of men who let Diddy in for a couple of opportunities. Rodney even claimed Diddy admitted to him that he coerced Stevie G into a freak-off session with the prospect of a Grammy for Producer of the Year. Now, things become more uglier since, somewhere in the complaint, he also named Meek Mill and Usher as frequent attendees at these freak-offs. Rodney did not specifically specify Meek Mill and Usher's names in the lawsuit, as he did with everyone else, but he did provide certain descriptions with very specific information that made it clear who he was referring to. For example, he identified Meek as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, and Usher as a male R&B singer who appeared at the Super Bowl and had a lucrative Vegas residency. Now, I don't believe I need to tell you anything, but Meek Mill is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj from 2015 to 2017. Usher has recently completed an extremely successful Vegas residency, which reportedly made more than $100 million. And he did indeed perform in the Super Bowl a few weeks ago. Anyway, in Rodney's complaint, he alleged that he saw Usher and Diddy hook up multiple times and make out with the girls that Young Miami and Justin would bring him. Rodney remembered a moment when they were partying on Diddy's yacht, and he noticed Meek and Usher interacting with various girls. The lawsuit claimed that rapper Meek was aboard Combs' yacht with underage females and as workers. And remember when I said Diddy confessed to Rodney that he pressured Stevie G into sleeping with him? It turns out that it wasn't only Stevie. Diddy expressly told Rodney that he had hooked up with Usher and Meek multiple times. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B artist Redacted, and Stevie J, so people were disgusted by Diddy's actions with Usher and Meek, and they quickly took to social media to drive them. Meek began spiraling on social media and tweeting a slew of things in a frantic attempt to justify himself, but people weren't having it. He stated, "I would trash any celebrity if they tried a wild move on me. No pictures. Go crazy on them. That's all." I'm from Philadelphia, man. All of my guys keep a close eye on me in this chaotic sector. Every black blog site boosted that post to make me appear gay. I changed laws for our people and donate millions. They are intended to tarnish the image of black leaders. However, it cannot work with me. You have to genuinely kill me, and I will continue to grow even after death. This guy, not me lol. He also got into a heated Twitter argument with DJ Academics, who was just reporting the news. Imagine insulting someone who is only doing their job. It's crazy. What's even more bizarre is that Meek finally addressed these charges after hours of tweeting about them. He answered, "I am from Philadelphia. I'm not into coke or weird-ass Molly. Nobody will even offer me coke since I am so heavy. No man or anything would ever approach me about gay activities, and the entire place would not be flipped. I woke up to see this on every blog, like if they knew I was coming, lol." After that, folks backed off for a bit because it was obvious that Meek was having a mental collapse, and they didn't want him to plummet any further. That was until Diddy's ex-bodyguard leaked recordings of Meek being pounded by Diddy. When I initially heard the audio, I was very shocked. Aside from the fact that the voices in the tape sound precisely like Meek and Diddy, it was really unsettling to listen to since Meek was screaming at the top of his lungs and appeared to be in significant pain, but Diddy just kept going. Now, I can't play the entire audio for you because it's so disturbing, but I'll let you hear a tiny portion and warn you that it's really distressing and sensitive. Now the ex-bodyguard in issue, who captured and shared the audio, has created a whole film detailing how it came to be. He claimed it happened during one of Diddy's freakouts, and he chose to lean against the door to record what he was hearing since he was surprised to see Meek allowing Diddy to pound him like this. He claimed Diddy purposefully drugged everyone's drinks at that party so they would be too inebriated to continue. But he didn't drink, so he was sober enough to observe what he and Meek were doing.
Champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke. Like, I smoke and I had my own weed, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against his cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard this being like, "Yeah, daddy." Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling. Like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this shit because I was like, "This Diddy."
Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion.
Do you recall that video of Meek in the water with his asterisk slightly curled as if he was trying to relieve pain? While Diddy was recording him and referring to him as daddy.
What's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Someone responded by remarking, "Looks like a private pool party. I am cooling that hole." Another guy stated that Meek Mill is cooling his cheeks after putting in that job. To make matters worse, Meek was spotted following a corn page on Twitter that only broadcasts videos of black males hounding each other. Perhaps he was trying to learn new positions for Diddy. Who knows? However, as soon as people caught him, he unfollowed the page. As if all of this wasn't incriminating enough, an old song Meek recorded a long ago leaked online, in which he appears to admit to having his cheeks flapped by Diddy in order to make it to Hollywood. The song is about him chasing his aspirations and attempting to make it in Hollywood, and then he returns to plead for forgiveness for his actions with Diddy. Please listen to this.
I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Dream chasers. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street nigga forever. I'm the king of Philly.
Baby, this is incredibly terrible. And it's evident that Diddy has exploited Meek for a long time, and Meek was powerless to stop it because he believed that if he made his body available to Diddy, Diddy would boost his career. That clearly did not last long, as Meek's career is in disarray. He was dropped by his label, his last album failed badly, and now he's an industry outcast since no artist wants to work with him after learning what he's been doing with Diddy. As usual, folks had a lot to say about it. Like this individual who commented, "I can't believe so many of our black men are subjecting their minds and bodies to unnatural conditions. I should never have heard that sound." Another person stated, "I feel violated after listening to that audio." Terrifying. But now I want to hear your comments. What are your thoughts on Meek getting Diddy to clap his cheeks in exchange for Hollywood opportunities? And do you think Meek is just another victim of Diddy's evil behavior? Or did he really enjoy it? You all knew what to do. Please share your ideas in the comments area below.